Alright, I believe I'm back now. I'm not sure what actually happened there. I had a real crazy snafu where uh, um, my PC locked up due to a bug check. I checked the event log afterwards and I don't know what happened. So I'm back, but give me a second. I gotta launch the game, get things else moving elsewhere. So give me one moment. Sorry about that. In 90 seconds, you will see what happened. Give me a second. Let's see here. So anyway, I apologize about that. I don't know what the hell happened. I will be rejoining Pluto here shortly, as soon as he gets back, or as soon as I get back. So in the meantime, I'm going to launch StarCraft again, and we'll try this one more time. I don't know why that happened. I thought I had smoothed out the issues with my PC, but it's trial and error. So we'll go from there. But for now, I'm just going to get things moving again. All right. So what I'll do now for the time being is I'm going to go and bring up Pluto's stream, and we will see, what do I need? I don't want that, I want this to be the window I need to get at. That I need to get at, this I need to get at. Where's multi-twitch? Alright.
Off on both the Medivacs and the Widowmines, but looks like the planetary has been cancelled. It's going to lift up, and he really needs to do damage with this drop. There's 3 spine crawlers though, so I'm not sure if it's going to do too much, but he has defended it at home. He did lose that planetary fortress house
so
morphing
like,
in. He's going to send forward, attacking 1 spine crawler at a time. Probably going to pick these off pretty fast. Marines do quite a lot of DPS. Lings have been pulled to try and clean this up, and probably going to get it. There's a lot here. Medevac's actually, Muta's actually focusing down the Medevacs. This one needs to be boosted out. Medevac is probably going to die. Yeah, there we go. It goes down. But Bob is still up in army supply. He has a massive army, 89 army supply here. This Widowmine is up to 13 kills. Now Spore Crawler and Spine Crawler being made. And a bunch of Lings coming over to make sure that he cleans it up.
So we're going to sit here and listen to Pluto finish casting this match.
3-3 is done for the Terran player. Certainly taking another base, the gold base even. And meanwhile, the Mutas are at 1-1, and the Lings are at 2-2. So Terran still has the army supply. He can definitely take out this gold base if he wants to right now. The army is super out of position for our Zerg player. Here we go, let's see what happens. Scans forward. Takes out the base. It's literally like 3 shots away from death. Borrowing his Widowmines. Let's see what our Zerg player wants to do here. He's gonna... What is this mining happening right now? This is the weirdest mining I've ever seen. Oh, that's the only way he can actually get to this mineral field. Because of that spine crawler. That's funny.
Shoot,
he's gonna reposition it to the back. That's probably a smart move. Meanwhile, Bob is still very, very scary with his army here.
Oh,
Silver Terran taking another base to the top. I don't know why he scanned there. That might have been a mistake. I think he meant to scan. Yeah, there we go. Scans over here, sees that base. Might send a couple of units to go kill that while the drop is happening. Okay, the drop is going to move out here, probably to that base, whereas the majority of the army is here, going to try to take out this base. So the multi-pronged aggression is definitely very good.
Oh, wow.
Lots of Ultralisks
nice.
out now. I think he's actually he built another base here. Probably wants to make that into a command center. But the Lings are going to try to do some damage. The Ultras are here. But not in time. The Medevac's actually just going to boost out of there, distracted the army, got the base kill, and at the same time, this base is probably going to get cancelled up here at the top. There's 2 Medevacs worth of units, but what's going to deal with the Ultras, actually? The Medevacs are actually dying to the Mutas right now. He needs to drop as fast as possible, but Ultras coming, got another boost off, actually. Meanwhile, this is really being killed here. Another drop probably going to happen in the main. Maybe might try to take out the Hive. The Ultras are cleaning up everything, though. He needs to load up into this bunker right away. Needs to stand back to this bunker and load up into it. There we go. Good idea, but the medevacs, the Widowmines need to explode onto the ultras. Widowmines will do a lot of damage against ultras. Save the medevacs, and he needs more. He needs more marauders here. Marauders are going to be good against ultras, but not marines. So one ultra being focused down here. Bin's being forward focused, and now the planetary is under attack. There's a single ultra here trying to do some work. The planetary is doing a lot of damage to it, though. Another drop is happening up here. Another drop is happening in the main. Hive gets taken out by this drop. The medevac did get taken out, I guess, by the spore crawler. But this single marauder is still doing work. 4 banelings actually explode into it. So now Bob is heading across the map. He smells blood. He's up by about 60 supply. There's only 2 bases left for Zerg. One of them is barely mining. And, you know, there are ultras out, which is a good tech path. But he's just very, very far behind in terms of economy.
Yeah, he doesn't really have...
Bob still has this base mining. He, no more in the main or the natural, but he has 1 base mining, and the power of the mule is going to pull him through here. So I definitely think Bob has the majority of the... well, he definitely has this game very, very securely fastened right now. He just needs to not throw it. Oh, huge shot with that Widowmine, actually getting a lot of SCV, a lot of drones there. 6 drones. Another ultra is out now. Gonna try to do some damage. A lot more ultras out now.
Wow, that is
cannot engage straight into these ultras, but he's gonna micro back. Oh, lifts up into the medevac, and he's gonna actually boost out of there. Make sure not to drop on top of those ultras. He's gonna drop out here, and the ultras are actually okay. Never mind. They're gonna be brought back to make sure that he is able to defend here. The problem is Silent Terran needs to take more bases. I think he's gonna go. He's gonna go take that. He's just mining off the top.
What happened was that my PC crashed, so Pluto was my co-caster, so he stayed in the match, and so he's going to continue to go ahead and do this casting, and we're just going to listen into his cast while he finishes.
1 Widowmine shot got off. There's a lot of ultras here. Bobby's going to be forced to retreat. More Widowmines actually going to get some good shots off. More Widowmines, and these ultras are definitely not going to be able to engage into the Marauders without sustaining heavy losses. Actually, does take out the majority of the Bioforce, but does lose 2 of the ultras there. One of them also got super, super low. What happened? Oh, these Widowmines are still doing work. Just killing overlords. Bob is still at 200, or I guess 200 supply, total supply. There's a lot of Widowmines. This is Widowmine field right here, but Silent Terran is in a little bit of trouble. He's only at 91 supply, less than 100 now. These ultras are trying to do work, but there's really not much to kill here in this location. You can't just jump over the... excuse me, you can't just jump over the minerals right there. So, I'm gonna be forced back. At the same time, these Widowmines are still doing damage. Oh my god. Taking on more and more overlords. Overseer being morphed in, and still Silent Terran has not morphed in any more hatcheries. He really needs one. He's rebuilt the lair. Finally takes out those. Finally takes out the medevacs. Oh, finally takes out the Widowmines, but a couple of good shots. And I think Bob is in command of this game. 160 supply.
Keep in mind, guys, we're 90
Look at this giant
seconds
Terran
behind
army
what
actually across the map right now. He has it
What we're
split
watching now
up
happened
decently
90
right now,
seconds
but I think he should just clump it together, go for the attack, get some good splits off, and focus on the ultras. I think he'll be fine.
We do this.
Infestation Pit is actually about to go down now. He hasn't rebuilt his hive, only layer tech, so we'll see. Actually, Silent Terran is in danger of being supply blocked now. 5 more ultras on the way. I don't know where he's getting the money for this, but he's already taken the top base. If Bob has told us anything, he's just going to scan, and finally find it. He's floating the main out to this location, so he's definitely going to have the better economy here.
Alright, hang on 1 second. Whoa.
I have to catch my breath. DJ is ready.
Are you back? Hello? Hello? Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me? Hold on, I can't hear you, but I think I know what the problem is. Hang tight. Test. Oh, this is the reason. Hang on. Where is... Think this is it? Can you say something?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I had the wrong audio source saved in... Yeah, so apparently my computer decided to do some kind of hard disk bug check right in the middle of that freaking match. So it crashed the PC because it was like, well, I can't do a bug check while the drive's in use. Because I went back and I looked at the event viewer, and it's like, oh, it recovered from a bug check. I'm like, why were you doing one in the first place? So, apologize about that. I looked at the match. I saw that it was somewhat epic. I didn't catch the last 80 seconds, so who ended up winning?
Bob ended up winning, so it was a very intense, long game.
Wow.
But just the same thing as game 2. Like,
yeah, but I saw Ultras roaming, like, destroying and wrecking face.
Yeah, the Ultras were doing a lot of damage, but honestly, like, he focus fired the Ultras pretty well. He had a lot larger army supply, so yes, the Ultras are very good late game tech for Zerg, and they do a lot of damage versus Terran, but he had such a large army supply that it didn't matter.
Okay. Well, who's our finals looking like, Pluto?
So it's gonna be Bob versus Workhorse.
Oh, all right. So we do get to see another Terran in the final. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, Terran OP, man.
Whatever. Like I said, I casted an entire $50 ESL Open on Sunday that was all Zerg. Even the Zerg player that I was casting with was like, all right, I'm burnt out.
Welcome to the chat, Can't Tide.
Welcome. By the way, sorry for the crash. Like I said, I don't know why it did it. I ran a what was it? What is this? Actually, I ran a hard disk check on it, and I applied a hotfix to my computer because I was getting file system errors on it not long ago, 2 days ago. So actually, I tried to repair this, but I still cannot hunt down the elusive bug that causes my PC to randomly crash. I still think it's just the fact that I have an inefficient overclock, so I still think it's something there. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go faster. Like, screw it. If I'm gonna break this thing and burn out the transistors, fuck it, let's do it. You know, 5.2 gigahertz from a
GG 5.2. That's insane, though. I had 4.0 without overclocking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get 4.4 with overclocking.
Yeah. And
that's not even a crazy overclock. Then I was like, hold on a second. I already have 4.4. What's the point? Or I already have 4.0. What's the problem? Like, what's the like? There's no reason to overclock it at that point.
There's a reason.
For what? For what?
Just to go faster. Why not?
Yeah,
because you can.
Don't do anything that really needs.
You know what? What's the reason for putting a turbo on a perfectly fast, like a bigger turbo on a perfectly fast Subaru STI? Because you want more power.
Yeah,
that's
but
the only reason.
When are you gonna use that? Let's be honest.
I don't know. I run SuperPi all the time. I'm kidding. I don't use SuperPi all the time. But no, the part of the thing is that one of the things that most people don't realize is that while you can throw in a monster GPU into your computer, you can throw like the biggest, baddest graphics card you can find. You can put like 4, NVIDIA Titan X's in your computer. You still have the bottleneck that your CPU still handles certain functions that your graphics card does not. And you can actually tell that if you go into the graphics card if you go into the graphics settings of StarCraft, you can actually tell. Now, StarCraft is a very low demanding game, right? But if you go in there, it'll tell you what settings are handled by which device. Like, this is handled by your CPU. This is handled by your graphics card. And so what happens is that you'll find out that you can play certain settings really, really fast, but then things like, let's say, shadows or something don't work very well. It, like, slows your computer down. Well, that's where you want the horsepower, because you're trying to run it at 4K resolutions, and you're trying to run shadow resolutions and polygons at that level. The graphics card doesn't handle everything, and that's why you need the overclocking ability for when you do crazy shit like, all right, I want to play, Crisis 3 or like Metro, Last Light at 4K full resolution and like, full effects. That's where you need it. But
yeah. By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to Silent1229 for the follow. Guys, go ahead and give DJ Spectre a follow too. He's also been awesome here, casting with me.
Despite technical defections.
Yeah, up until that last game, he's been casting with me, so go ahead and give him a follow too.
I'm going to do a test follower, so it may come through, but just FYI, I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing that, peoples. So, let's do this. Let's close that page. Close that.
So it looks like we're going to be on Coda first.
This is actually the first match you and I have casted today that's been on Coda. Everything has been like the larger...
No, we casted one on Coda.
What was the first game?
It was one of the ones that we got to choose because the both it was Yoshi versus, and they were like, yeah, we don't really care, just choose anything, right? Yoshi versus Silver Terran or something. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, we just got to choose, and I chose Coda as one of them.
Oh, you know what? My sounds aren't coming through. I mean, like I saw it, it did work. Where is the volume? Enabled, Twitch alerts, sound. How do I? Are you able to test the sound? Let's see here. Now let's upload a sound. Where's the? We'll save settings. Okay.
Bridgehead is our last map. So we got Coda, then Iron Fortress, then then Dash, then Terraform, and then Bridgehead.
God. Well, at least they included the 2 worst maps in there.
Yeah.
Although I'm warming up to Dash and Terminal. That was one of the ones that I vetoed literally like off the bat. Like I refused to play even a game on it. Then I started doing it. I'm like, because you don't get. Pardon me.
TOP confirmed. Man, Terran not OP at all.
You know
it takes
what?
the most skill.
Terran takes so much more skill. You know
I agree with that.
You know why? Because in order to get up, here's why it takes more skill. Because in order to get up to 300 APM hitting only 1A, that's really difficult.
OP races take skill, man.
I know. Only Bobby Awesome can hit 1,000 APM doing only 2 things in the game.
1A, 1A, 1A.
No. Swipe workers, select hatch. Swipe workers, select hatch. Swipe workers, select hatch.
Oh, silent in chat. Silent is silent, Terran. Gotcha.
Silent chat, how you doing? Sorry for the few viewers I have. I borked the PC. I repeatedly look into this, but nothing shows up in the event log or the application log. So I look at the dump file, but it's really hard to read. So like reading a dump file is like, I don't know, it'd be like reading Martian or something. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's just foreign to anyone who looks at it, even like nerds like me. So.
Looks like Bob is going to go pee real quick. Bio break.
You know what? I'm going to do the same thing just to be safe, so I will return. Hopefully my PC won't die while I'm gone.
No worries. And we're just sitting in the lobby right now, chilling, and click your Nexus if you need to defend anything. Protoss is an easy race for those of you who are watching. You just 1A and warp in units. That's all you need to do. That's the entirety of the game. Is just warping in units and 1Aing, and you can beat any single player in the world. Terran takes more skill than Micro, but Terran is still OP. So OP. we're just chilling. We're just joshing around, waiting for DJ to get back, waiting for Bob to get back. Great games today, Silent Terran, by the way. Thanks for all those great games that happened. My entire Heroes team is playing Heroes right now without me. I'm sad.
You play Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
It's a great game. It is a great game.
Pluto.
You've lost me to the dark side, man.
Oh, Pluto. And by the way, I got the stupid thing. I don't need that. Delete that. There we go.
It looks like Zombie won the bronze, silver, gold.
Nice. That's like Zombie's won that a couple of times now, hasn't it?
Yeah, Zombie's yeah, he keeps coming back and winning.
All I do is win, 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 win. Sorry. I throw my hands up, and they stay there, and they stay there. I'm not a rapper.
Up, down, up, down.
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Oh. Starting this off in the ESL Skill Cup Platinum Diamond Finals, best of 5, game 1.
And finals.
In the upper right-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, it's the very simply named Red Terran. It's Bob.
And his beautiful Terran compatriot in the other corner. It is the Blue Terran. Workhorse.
Oh, look, Control N. I got it, guys. You didn't have to say anything, and boom, you know what? I even have the overlay light. Right. Sign me up for GSL right now, guys.
You got the overlay right, but you still can't make SCVs constantly, can you, man?
It's okay. You know, I don't need to make SCVs because remember, I can 1A at 300 APM, bitches.
Oh, yeah. 1A at 300 APM.
So I think what it is so Bob has this very like okay, all Terrans do this, and this is something that aggravates me, but at the same time is like predictable. So you can practice against it as an opponent, right? Yes. Silver chloride.
Well, I mean, I agree. I like SC2 better because I'm better at it, but I do play heroes, and a lot of money's on the line. So
we're gonna have an intervention.
Yo, you have no idea how much money Blizzard puts into this, right?
Well, they're doing it because if it fails, then someone gets fired. Like a whole department gets fired.
I mean, yeah, but that's not true for StarCraft.
StarCraft hasn't failed yet.
Yeah, that's true. Here's the thing, right? We had a tournament last weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were one game away from winning $200.
One game away from winning $200.
Yeah,
right.
And we lost, unfortunately. But damn, dude, I want $200.
You know, that is a game that truly you do 300 APM with just 1A, 1A, 1A. That is, seriously. They took the 1A, 2A, 3A, and they applied it and said, let's make an entire game out of just that one macro. And they're like, boom,
no,
Dota. Which is funny because here's the thing. So Dota was a Warcraft 3 mod, right?
Yeah.
And then it became Dota 2, which Valve bought, which is what's messed up. So Valve owns Dota 2.
They changed all the hero names.
Yes, despite the fact that the mod was based on Warcraft 3. The name was Warcraft 3 trademarked. Blizzard owned the freaking name. And yet Valve was like, by the way, yo, dude, I'm going to go ahead and take your own trademark and make a whole game out of it.
That's because Dota doesn't stand for anything. It's not Defense of the Ancients. It's just a game called Dota.
I know, but that's the thing.
You know?
But
wink, wink. Intent?
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, fine. And then there's a video that talks about, it's like, what is it? It's like, what is it, like real life trailers or something like that? Or truthful trailers or something?
Yeah.
And
I know
what it
the
does
series.
is it's like it does the Heroes of the Storm one. It's like, we're gonna go ahead and make a game off of a riff off of a game made by another thing that was made by our original game. You know? And it's like
I mean, that is kind of what happened. I mean, truthfully.
Trailers. Yeah, that's what it was.
That is what happened, though.
It is. It's like, we're gonna go ahead and make a game that's a copy of a game that was riffed off of our own game. And it's like, what? And then you're like, yeah, that's kind of true. And then like, because boob armor means that you can defend against an actual devil. Because they showed a picture of like Nova and she's got like boob armor.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys have got to watch the Honest trailer for
I really need
Heroes of the Storm. It is a riot.
Talon looks great. This Reaper just skirting death right now.
Dude, he's been shot a few times. He took some narcotics. He's good, you know.
He took them narcotics, but looks like Cloak Banshee's out of Workhorse. Across the map, are we going to see Cloak Banshees? I don't know, because I think we're going to see that same sort of Widowmine drop play that we saw in the, yeah, there we go. Looks like that Widowmine is queued up now. So Widowmine plus Medevac, or Medevac is queued up. Widowmine plus Medevac and a couple of Marines here for the drop out of Bob.
And you know the thing I like about this is that Widowmines are unique in the sense that I don't think they... Silver Chloride eat beep beep, the beep beep beep, I don't care. MOBAs are for Nimnards. And
whoa, that's hurtful.
Well, that's why I said we have to talk later. But it looks like there's going to be a Medevac drop here, and it's going to be a Banshee drop. Or a Banshee drop. Banshees don't drop. Well, yeah, they do. They drop the hurt.
Banshees drop. Yeah, let's just load up the Banshees into the Medevacs and
you know
drop them
Legacy the
into
Void
the
needs
air.
to do. You put flying units and other flying units. Oh, wait, Vikings.
Yeah, could you like load? Can you like drop land a Viking and then load it up into a Medevac?
Yes, you can. That's what I was serious about. I wasn't messing around. You can load, I think, 2 landed Vikings in a Medevac, but when they're flying, you can't do it. Anyway, the Banshee over here is just kind of like, hey, you got some free units. I'm gonna kill some things on hold position. And in the meantime, the drop from Bob is kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? I can't move. No. Okay, now I can go back and do it. And I wonder if this Widowmine's actually going to hit because it actually won't kill the Banshee.
The medevac or the Banshee?
No, it will. It kills it exactly. It will. No, it's got 140 hit points. So, in the meantime, a mine goes off against the medevac. The medevac doesn't die, but a mine goes off. Oh!
Oh!
That takes out. So 17 workers total between both guys have lost it. Looks like Workhorse took one less worker, and this Banshee is still doing damage over here.
Kills. Jeez, man. 12 kill Banshee. That is insane. And he gets out with 2 health.
You know what?
Oh, I've seen everything.
Give that woman a massage and a latte. Like, just do it. Like, put her down in a spa and give her like a giant 3-pound thing of like Hershey's, a venti Starbucks, and I don't know, like
that
a foot
sounds really
massage.
good. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, you want a venti Starbucks and a 5-pound block of chocolate?
Yes, I want chocolate and Starbucks and a massage. I want that. I want those things.
So you know what you gotta do? Become a Banshee. What you gotta do is become Bruce Jenner, become a Banshee pilot, and then get 12 kills.
12 kills. Will do.
There you go. But you gotta become Bruce Jenner. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, whatever the hell he is called now.
Can I just be a guy and do it?
Well, he's technically genetically a guy, but he identifies with the female sex. Which, by the way, fun fact, people. By the way, I'm not necessarily cracking on transgenders. I'm just cracking on the fact that he literally kept all the male parts and just dresses like a woman. He still has a penis. Yes. He didn't do the reassignment surgery. So
did you say that?
He did. He does hormone therapy. So, which will help him sort of grow breasts. But the point is, though, is that there is a transgender who is the top StarCraft player in the world, Scarlet. She is a transgender.
Yes, she's super good. She's so good.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't
Too
know,
bad she quit.
Started off as a man, decided that she identified more as a woman, and then decided, hey, screw you. By the way, I'm better than every Korean in the world at StarCraft.
Apparently 4 Vikings will fit in a medevac.
4? Oh, I thought it was 2. I guess I don't do that very often, so.
Yeah, AGCL knows the stuff.
Oh, he knows he's got to kill that because there could be 4 Vikings in there. However, in the meantime, things that don't involve transgenders and loading weird things into other weird things. Looks like Workhorse is saturated, his half saturated is natural. The same's gone down for Bob. So these guys are kind of like in a holding pattern because they've done their initial aggression. They decide to expand behind that initial aggression. Bob is doing
Workhorse is pretty far ahead, though. I would say he has about 10 more SCVs than his opponent, and he has about 20 more army supply. He has that tank production on the way. So I definitely put, Workhorse at a much higher, like comfort rating right now than Bob. Bob's probably like OMG. Like, I need to not lose any more probes to Banshees.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I mean, there is a mine. He's got a Marine sitting over here at the 3rd, so that'll at least kill the worker. Where was that?
Gets the hero Banshee. That is a sad death for the hero Banshee.
Oh, I didn't. What did the hero which hero? Oh, I didn't. Oh, the Viking was over there.
The one that got 12. Yeah.
I didn't catch it. I was looking down at the rogue Marine sitting at the 3rd base of Workhorses. I thought I saw a glitch on my screen and like a dead pixel, but it's not. It's just a Marine sitting on the minimap down there.
Yeah,
it's perfectly centered. Like Bob has this very like artistic way that he lays out his base. Because, like, you notice he put that guy directly in the center. Like, if you zoom in, like, his feet are actually within it. It's like playing Twister. Like, even when the Marine rotates, he's still inside the circle.
Yeah,
I
actually.
don't know how he does that. Like,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I know. We're going to call
him... He makes StarCraft art.
We're going to call him...
Jimmy. Okay.
What did you say, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to name him something fancy, and I said Frederic, but I like Jimmy better. Hey, yo, it's Jimmy Raynor.
Jimmy Raynor.
So, by the way, so since you play Heroes, are you frustrated that Tychus doesn't have a cigar?
Yeah, they took that away now because they wanted to be PC.
They wanted to be PC. And you know what's messed up? I like how they said we had to make a whole new character model for the cigar. I'm like,
really?
That's what their explanation was. I'm like, what? They've got a gun. They have like just add it as like a little extra object. It's not really gonna slow down the GPU much.
No, he needs the cigar. Like he needs the cigar.
Anyway, so it looks like Workhorse is about to move out. The one tank is gonna sit by here and just kind of hang out. There is. Oh, where's he? He's not moving out.
Jimmy the Marine is very close to death. Jimmy the Marine is skirting death right now.
Jimmy the Marine is still alive. He's sitting over in the 4th. Oh no!
Directly next to the
yeah, but you know what?
next to the army.
Apparently, in real life StarCraft, buildings don't crush you. So yeah, he's like guns, bullets, 100 Yahtzee. Wait, no, not Yahtzee. The opposite of a Yahtzee.
Yeah, I got wrecked.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Yahtzee is a dice game, and a Yahtzee inside that game is when you get 5 of a kind. 5 is the same number yeah, it's a Yahtzee. So what you do is you have like something like 3 rolls, and you have to bet on how many you're gonna get. So like if you roll, you're like, okay, I've got like whatever, like a pair, and then you have to bet whether or not you're gonna get a 3 of a kind and a 4 of a kind of that number. A Yahtzee is if you get all 5.
Oh, that's a pretty cool game. I've never played that. I've heard of it.
It's like a simplified version of like Liar's Dice, if you've ever played that.
That's
like Liar's
cool.
Dice requires you to basically blindly say, I've got like 7 2s or something insane, you know?
Yeah.
So the scan goes down. There's lots of medevacs. Bob has more medevacs than I think any human needs in any one game. I mean, this guy reactors out medevacs the way Zerg puts out creep tumors. I mean, it's insane.
Like, this guy could lift so many Vikings right now.
He could. I mean, you know, or he could lift 6 tanks in Legacy of the Void. Because lifting siege tanks is not OP at all.
Does the tank take a single,
Yeah. It's 1 tank per medevac. It's like, it acts like a Thor in that regard.
So Jimmy number 2 actually got taken out by 2 tanks here, pretty fast, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he's got, you know, his 2 brothers. He's got Johnny Rambo, 4 polygons. 4 polygons for that cigar. Yeah, 4 polygons. It's not even that. No, you know what? Because a cylinder counts as one like 3D object. It's one 3D object. It's literally the scale of like literally, it's tiny. Like, oh, what do you got to animate the smoke on it too? Oh,
no,
wow.
I definitely think they just wanted to be politically correct. Unfortunately, Workhorse is going to put 7 in gas. Unfortunately, he does not know that putting 7 in gas means that you're definitely going to be very, very, very unproductive in terms of your workers.
But so, no. See, this is how it works. So what it is, it's the way street construction in Chicago works. So what it is there's 1 guy working and 4 guys supervising. That's what this business model is right here.
Okay.
So it's 3 guys working, 4 guys supervising.
I see. But actually, only 1 can really mine at a time, so...
Yeah, but I mean, then that means there's 6 guys supervising. So what it is, it's like the longest coffee break ever.
Yeah. It's like everybody works for 15 minutes, and then the rest of their day is just a coffee break while the another person works.
So you mean it's like how all Europeans work on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
Right.
Germany, I'm sorry, like Belgium and your like 3-day work week or whatever the hell it is.
Sounds great though. I would move to Belgium. I'll try that out.
But you have to work something like 18-hour days. Like,
I mean, that's okay.
Like you would go nuts. You would lose your shit if you had to go that long. By the way, Workhorse suddenly decides, hey look, there's an attack in my base, and I'm losing my ish. The sensor tower goes down, the tank goes down, refinery goes down, and here it is. He knows what's going. The scans go down. Workhorse is kind of like, well, you can have that base. I don't need it anyway.
It would be super cool if he just floated it out to the other third.
I know that actually because it's also covered by a sensor tower, but it wouldn't cover the exterior. And unfortunately, the way the Marines are positioned for Bob, his sensor towers look like 2 giant breasts. and unfortunately, Workhorses looks like Nancy Reagan. So whatever.
Given that the sensor tower does have is at the center of the sensor tower, no matter where you put your sensor towers, as long as they're next to each other, they're gonna look like breasts.
Well,
they're gonna look like bobbies.
Bobbies. Yeah. Or you go back to like the 1990s when you had pagers and you type 80085 and then you turn it upside down. And it's boobs.
Yeah.
Anyway, this engagement going on down here is not boobs. Workhorse has got an amazing surround actually and wipes out Bob's army in a flash.
That was beautiful. 104 army supply to 7.
That was sexy, much like Bobby's.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
However, Bob is kind of like, you know what? I need to lose the rest of my army. And I'm going to siege him right here in the tank. He actually catches the tanks out of position. He needs to pull back and let the tanks do the work. There are just too many Marines here, so they stim up. The Vikings start picking off all the medevacs, and holy cow, his second wave of attack also goes bye-bye.
I don't know how Workhorse did that. That looked impossible, stemming into siege tanks, but it looks like the DPS was enough to take the rest of that out. And all of a sudden, 96 supply to 50. He's double his opponent's army supply. He's marching across the map. He smells blood, and he wants to win the game.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing. Bob has superior upgrades. He's 1 armor, 2 weapons, and...
Well, 2-2 for Workhorse.
Oh,
so
it must have
just now, he just kicked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it must have just kicked in. But here he goes. He's like, I know, everyone's like, scan a Palooza. I know where this is at. There's 4 bases for Workhorse. This is not looking really, really great. This is the first moment we've actually decided to talk about video games. We've talked about everything, but the Lions get a great shot on the Vikings, but they're just up here to hold us off.
Vikings are going to take out that medevac. There's way more Vikings for Workhorse here.
There's 2 tanks that are shooting from the bottom due to the high ground vision, and this just isn't enough. I mean, wow! He actually, no! Oh my god! Oh, that's Workhorse, sorry. I thought for a second Bob was shooting the planetary. But now, the planetary is getting literally, by this tank. And in the meantime, Workhorse is like, screw that, planetary. I'm coming in here. There's a whole bunch of tanks on the high ground, and they actually do quite a bit of damage with the Marine Ball. And Workhorse is actually kind of losing against the different parts of the army, but he does very good management and takes out all 4 tanks. Wow. That was insane. Marines versus tanks don't do much.
He's going to drop on top of this, the final tank in the main, and he's definitely going to take out that natural. He's going to take out the 3rd base with the tank, and he has the massive army lead right now. He's probably just going to win this game. Yeah, I think there's going to be GG out of Bob.
Yeah, Bob has nothing to come back with. I mean, Workhorse just macroed like crazy.
Yeah. Actually, I landed Viking attacking these sieges.
Oh my god.
This is actually hilarious here at the 3rd base. Bob's actually going to drop directly on top of the tank and take it out.
I don't know how he's not going to come back. There's no way.
He's not going to come back from this, no. GG, matey.
GG, matey. GG.
Them Australians.
Yeah, you're not bad Australian. Oh, I gotta go ahead. Oh, Zombie's one of my friends. I gotta quit. Gee, oh my god.
Did you disconnect?
Of course. Because whatever the hell's going on. Yeah, empty chat. Hang on. I gotta. Oh no, I'm back in I'm back in our party again.
Yeah, you're in our party.
I'm just not in any other party. Let's see if Zombie's still alive.
Your 1-1 advantage only carries 25%. What does that mean? What does that mean? AGCL enlighten us. What does that mean?
Oh, the 1-1 advantage only carries 25%, meaning that it only gives you a 25% boost due to the armor upgrade of the other player.
Lanchester's Law.
1-1 advantage. Did he develop an entire? Does this guy like?
This doesn't have to do with StarCraft, but it's if one Marine can kill 2 IDIS worth what?
1 Marine can kill 2.
It is worth.
No, it is worth.
Yeah.
To make more Marines than upgrade.
1 Marine can kill 2. It is worth.
Making more Marines than upgrade. That's what he's saying. Okay, so if 1 Marine can kill 2 Marines, then just make more friggin' Marines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously.
Work because it's
how could 1 Marine kill 2 Marines?
Maybe through micro, I guess. I'm not sure. Like if okay, so here's the thing. So if you have 2 Marines fighting 2 Marines, most Marines are gonna focus down one. So you micro the one that's wounded out, and you let the other one continue to do DPS, and then you bring the wounded one back. Maybe through that.
Well, yeah, I don't think this has to do with. I don't think this has to do with micro, though.
Dude, I don't know what in the hell we're talking about. Like, he's bringing Lancaster's Law, and I'm like, I understand that at some point that there's like a balance between upgrades and units, but I'm not following how a perfectly like an.
This is the reason that the Koreans are better than us, dude, because they understand this stuff.
Well, they just drink more soju, man.
So the trick to being good is just drink lots of soju?
Well, that's what Thirsty Thursday's out to prove, man. That's what the purpose of my stream is to find out if drinking and gaming can mix. At some point, I'm going to become like the drunken kung fu master of StarCraft. And like, you just give me 1 beer, and I just wreck like all the GSL people while drinking the beer with one hand and using only the mouse for the other. Actually, I could do that. I've got a gaming mouse that actually has enough buttons on it that I could program it, that I probably could actually play StarCraft with just a mouse.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you can use one of those MMO mounts, right? And so you just set up all your hotkeys to be like, you know, like 1 through 10, and that's all you have to do. Or you can set up your grid like that, because you only need 12.
Oh, AGC also has 25% more units needed to beat the, I don't know. I still don't understand what's going on.
I see what he's saying. He's like, if you get... Okay, so he's saying is if you get the upgrade, you can skip the upgrade if you have 25% more units. So even if your opponent is 1-1, if you have 25% more units than him, if you're unupgraded, you'll win.
Okay.
That's what he's saying, because the idea is that 2 units, like you could, with 2 units without upgrades, beat 1 unit with upgrades.
Okay.
And it's cheaper to get the 1 unit without upgrades than it is to get the 2 units with upgrades, because you have to research the upgrades.
Makes sense, I think.
And in small numbers,
Candy,
that
by the
would
way,
make sense.
just want to give a little shout out to Bar of Candy for the follow. Thanks. Go ahead and give DJ Spectre a follow as well on twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. He is my co-caster today.
Hello.
And
by the way, you know what we have? You know who else has a wingman? Workhorse.
Workhorse. Oh boy.
So we got some intros. Top right, Workhorse taking it very convincingly last game. He switched his color from blue to purple. He's the purple Terran. He's Workhorse.
Purple.
I don't know. I just went from like a Jersey accent to like a really bad Australian accent in that sentence.
And chilling in the...
Do it. Go British. Go British.
Chilling in the bottom with his wallabies is the red... The red turn is Bob. Bob. It is Bob.
It's Bob and the Wallabies. Upgrade only matters when the number disadvantage is small. Yes, I just said that. Yes. I said in small numbers, yeah, it works. I get it. Yo.
He can't really understand what you're talking about.
I don't know either. Wish BSG was bigger. Aw. It's because everyone's in Platinum Diamond getting wrecked with me and my terrible PC and my belligerent attitude.
Noborisu, how's it going in chat, man?
Alright, one thing I need to done check out is I need to close that. Close that. I can't even say the word close. I said close.
No, Noble is another one of the Heroes players with me, so you can argue with him about whether or not Heroes is a legitimate game worth playing.
And there's a very important reason why I didn't capitalize that in your chat.
Hots are hot.
Yeah. Because one is definitely not as good as the other.
Workhorse is actually going out with the Scout right now. He got the faster gas. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do with it. I think he's going to put on a factory and maybe go into Stargate play. I think it's going to be a Reaper out of Bob here. Yeah, it is going to be the Reaper play. So you build that barracks in a spot.
Wait, hold on. Did this have that? Oh my God, it did. This totally had the terrain bug. So notice how the path. Look on the mini map. See how it went almost all the way down to the Zelnaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, this pathing issue on this map is terrible. It's got a bug.
You can go directly across. Yeah, I don't know why the pathing
it should be able to cut. What is it like?
Across the center of the. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That same bug exists in Legacy of the Void.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because I saw that. Because I thought it was a Legacy bug, but now this is the first time I've seen it in HOTS.
Well, the Reaper's going to be able to take out the SUV. I guess he never actually got the Scout in the base, so he doesn't really know that Bob is here. Because Bob could be in the bottom right, and the Reaper might have been, going to scout that.
That's what he's doing. He's sending actually the Reaper up here to look to see what's up there. But so far, I mean,
the player knows where each other are.
Well, Workhorse knows where. Workhorse has done the Scout originally, so Workhorse knows where he's at, I think, because he saw the Reaper pop out there. But Bob does not know where Workhorse is. Part of the reason is because Bob decided to go ahead and, the worker was sent out early to do the Scout, whereas Bob opted to keep the worker there for a few extra minerals and sends out the Reaper instead. And he's going to go ahead and find Workhorse just chilling here. There are 2 Marines, and properly microed, the Reaper can take out the Marines.
If you go back and forth.
Yes.
But the Reaper's actually going to avoid the Marines for now. Banshee's going to be put on the tech lab. And the Reaper actually going for the block.
That's kind of cute, actually.
It doesn't really delay anything, but...
No, but the thing is, the Hellion actually will roast the living snot out of a Hellion, or out of a Reaper. So one of the things I do is if I sense that a Reaper's coming, I'll always make sure that I put a Hellion out immediately out of my factory, so that I have that unit. And by the way, I'd like to go ahead and give Bar of Candy a thank you for the follow. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Another Heroes player.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it. We will, like I said, we will talk about the Heroes thing later. We're gonna have to have an intervention here. By the way, it shows your stream offline, Pluto.
It does?
Well, at least in multi-Twitch, and it shows mine too, so what the hell? Can't be right.
My multi-Twitch shows both of us on mine.
I don't know. Maybe mine went bonkers. Who knows? I don't really care. Oh, there it is. No. Now it's fine. Now I'm hearing us in 3D. I don't want to hear that ever.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds awesome.
Well, because I hear you through Skype, and then I hear both of us again through Twitch.
No, I just love how you called that hearing us in 3D.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to explain it. I'll leave it as it is. But anyway, this Reaper.
No, I understand.
This Reaper from Bob is just chilling out here. Look at him. He's
Yeah,
hanging
he's just
out.
sort of floating, man.
Yeah, he's like, what I like is I like how like the turbo jets on the back kind of flutter, and that just makes me think it's like, you know what, this guy's like a really twitchy, like he's one of these people who's like,
He's a butterfly.
I just keep thinking he's gonna wipe his nose.
He's a wonderlich.
He's a what the hell's a wonderlich?
A butterfly.
A butter? I've never heard
in
that.
German. In German.
Oh, wouldn't that be a Wunderlich?
That's what I said.
Oh, you said a Wunderlich.
That's what I said. Yeah, Wunderlich.
Oh, I don't speak German. Like I just kind of fake the syllables and sounds.
Wunderlich. Yeah.
Ah, the Wunderlich. Dude, that's very close to the Swedish chef. We get to see that the workhorse guys who kills the Reaper. Oh darn, the Reaper's got to run, little boy, run. Whoa, bark.
Bork.
By the way, I went on a date one time, and like literally like out of the blue, I can't remember what we were talking about. It was like something really serious. Like I mean, like I don't know, it was like politics or religion or whatever. And all of a sudden, in the middle of it, I just started talking like the Swedish chef, and then like laid into like a quote from one of the Swedish chef episodes where he tries to make squirrel stew. Oh no, he tries to make squirrel stew, and so like he can't get the squirrel in the stew pot, right? Because that's the famous thing is he never actually gets the animal. And so I bust out in this thing, and I'm trying to talk politics, and then I switch over into like squirrel stew, and she looks at me, and I stop, and I just deadpan it, and like then she starts like cracking up, but I didn't realize she had like liquid still in her mouth from like whatever she was drinking, and like it just started like falling out of her mouth, and I'm like, I'm only gonna accept that because you're laughing. If you just randomly opened your mouth and started drooling on yourself, this date's over.
Well, you're the one that started with the stupidity with your with the Swedish accent or whatever. So
well, that was the point. I don't want to talk politics or religion. It's a date. I'm supposed to be having fun, right? I mean, that was the point. So it was like an icebreaker. Although instead she ended up getting like red wine over like the top part of her blouse, so I felt bad.
Damn. DJ's the smoothest of the smooth.
Not really. Trust me. I've had so many. I had one date that was like an interview. Like literally, she had like everything but like a notebook.
Like, she had a notebook. She's like, okay, so can you talk about your past experience? Like,
how are you qualified to date me? Like, I know we've talked already, but I need to know your qualifications and your experience. I'm like, I'm a male. I have a penis, and I'm cute.
Where do you see us in 5 years?
I'm like, you know where I see us in 5 years? I see us imagining what happens in 5 years from the foot of my bed. I'm kidding. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like you gotta be like, when someone takes you too seriously. By the way, I'm doing this only because there's nothing going on in this game. There's an expansion and units being built, and no one's doing anything.
Basically every other StarCraft game ever.
Well, no, because this is like the most passive Terran game around, because Bob has got his like, what I'm gonna call like his nipples at like every base. He's got like a Marine at like all the most logical bases. That his nipples.
Yeah. He's got his nipples.
Yeah, and when they die, it's like they. Well, I won't go into it, but whatever. Yeah.
Looks like this Hellion is gonna take out a finally some action here. The fight to the death between the Hellion and the Marine, and the who's gonna win?
Oh!
No! Oh, the Marine gets it.
Yeah, you know what though? You know what I think of this Marine? I think what it is he needs to be like a fire bat because he's smoking. Sorry, that was terrible. But he's like,
the plus 1/1 upgrades will do a lot.
Yeah, it's like light him up, or whatever the fire bat phrase is.
Light him up.
What's the what? Okay, so what's the euphemism? When you click on the fire bat, he's kind of like, is it?
I think he says light him up.
Light him up, and here it is once again. John Rambo's gonna die to like the tour de force so that a building can land. And literally, this is a giant army to kill one friggin' dude.
Large and in charge.
Like, yeah.
Actually, I don't think that's one of them.
Large and in charge. What is that one? Is that the tank?
No, that's nothing. I just made that up.
No. That is one. It is. No, it is. I want to say it's for like the Thor or the tank. But I don't think it's your dime. No, I still like the next one where he's like, you hear the buzzing around and you hear like, God damn it, and then you hear whack, and then you hear self-destruct in 5, 4. Uh-oh.
What is the what is the other SCV one? That it's well, hold on. It's,
that's the other SCV. Oh no, that's the Korean one. Sorry. By the way, have you noticed that like all the voices in the Korean ones are like all super aggressive?
They're
like,
all angry.
They're like even the
angry
girls.
Korean man.
Yeah, like even the girl one, like even the girl voiceover. So the Banshees, instead of being like what is it like? You know, rotor spinning, like something like lightweight. It's like Hoo-cha! Ha-cha! I'm like, Jesus! I'm like, I'm scared. I just leave, lady. Just whatever. Like, take like a Valium. Like,
unless you get 12 kills, then it's okay.
I know. Then at that point, it's like singing, "He song, I want raise." You know, like something crazy like that. But seriously,
I want raise.
like all the Korean voiceovers in StarCraft are the most angry-sounding people I've ever met. Like, I don't know if like they waited until these people were like ridiculously constipated or something and they said, all right, do all your lines right now and then we'll let you go to the bathroom or something, but good God.
That's probably what they did. Looks like Jimmy number 3 got taken out. Another drop is actually heading out right now. Fire it up!
And then but he does it with a voice because he's like, fire up. Propane essentially.
I don't know if that's one.
That might be. All right, if you guys know the Firebat quotes, because it's all the Firebat quotes start off with like, and then he speaks, you know, because like it's like the flamethrower noise, right? Oh, clever workhorse. He goes ahead and lights a scan up to see where the enemy is, and he's actually within range of this tank.
It's
so Bob has to pull back. Wow. And he decides to return fire and be like, all right, we're scanning. Wow.
Scan.
And yet that is, and hold on, how many units have we lost so far in this game? 8. We've lost a grand total of 11 units in 16 minutes of this game.
Alright, this one, Bob
minutes.
just suicided one of his these tanks here. He still has his drop if he wants to. I'm going to drop the hammer. Is that one?
Oh, no. I thought it was drop the hammer. I thought that was what the girl wasn't.
Is it just drop the hammer?
Justice. Indiscriminate justice is the Viking, right?
I think so.
I'm gonna dismiss indiscriminate justice. Yeah, I think that's the Viking. No, no, maybe the tank is. No, the tank is. I'm gonna drop some indiscriminate justice, I think. Yeah, this is weird.
It's Sergeant Hammer.
Yeah. Okay, so we've lost a grand total of 17. Okay, 17 minutes of play, and we've lost 17 units.
Nice.
Like, and that is 1,500.
Bob keeps suiciding a tank up here.
I don't know.
That's the second tank he's just suicided up that ramp.
I think is his rally point set badly. Where's his factory? Where's hold on, let me. He doesn't have his. Depleted. So no.
Yeah. I think it definitely is the. He
doesn't have his factories are hotkeyed. Where? Yes, his factory's hotkeyed.
No, the rally points are fine. I think he manually, or maybe he changed it, but a little bit of an engagement happening to the top. So finally, more units being killed.
Seeker missiles. Hold on. What are your snipe? Oh, was that? Is there a Ghost Academy someplace I missed?
I don't think there's any ghosts.
I could have sworn it sounded like a snipe. I don't know why.
But wow. Bob is splitting lots of bases right now.
Bob is
and Workhorse, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what's crazy. Bob, or Workhorse once again just has more units, but Bob has got 2-2. This shouldn't be going this way.
Well, Workhorse has way more units than Bob.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. This is insane. Bob lost his entire army there. He is down 45 supply. And
he has a lot of bases, but I mean, I feel like Workhorse is just gonna march across the map and take the game.
Dude, he has no defense. He has.
Yeah, there's no defense.
He's got 3 Vikings and like a dozen Marines and a tank.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't stop this. He needs Banshees, battle cruisers, or nukes.
Yeah, Colossus, man.
Yeah, because you know the Terran Colossus would be completely OP.
He's Chrono Boost. All the Vikings are gonna take it out.
Yeah, you're right. Silver Pride. I did make it. Actually, you know, this actually isn't turning that bad. I mean, this engagement server, all the Marines are gone. The tanks are unsieged. This is actually going badly for Warhorse. How did this?
Actually, never mind. The tank is sieged up in the back and ready for plunder.
Yeah, this fight can actually hold. There's 4 tanks here, but he can actually still do some damage. He does reinforce quickly with Marines. Workhorse does, but I mean, it's like seriously. Oh, Workhorse now has 2-2.
Yeah, Workhorse has 2-2,
but Bob has
3-3 for Bob. Yeah.
This, you know, and I could have sworn that when I looked at Workhorse, he had 0-1. So how did he get 2-2 that fast? Like only like a couple minutes ago.
No, he had 2. He was the one that was up in upgrades.
No, he wasn't. Bob is. Bob has got 3-3.
Yeah, Bob was up in upgrades. So
Workhorse was down, but he went from 0-1 to 2-2.
Yeah, no idea.
I don't know how he got the extra armor upgrade.
He just, you know, chronoed his eBay.
I guess. Anyway, this is just really.
Wow, Bob is actually dropping directly onto the tanks and doing a lot of damage. Got 2 tanks there.
Yeah, I mean, like, now he's, like, holding his... He's got a 4th, but he's at this other base. Does he know about this?
I don't think so. It's being
no, he does not know
planetary.
about this 4th base over here. So that's actually a godsend. And it's set up as a planetary, so it can't act as forces, or act as defense. He's finally bringing another medevac in, but he's got to kill these 2 friggin' tanks. There are just Marines streaming across the map now. Well, where are his factories? He has a factory. Really?
Workhorse is gonna go home. Wow.
Well, he only has 1 factory. He can't make. He doesn't have tank production.
Who, Workhorse?
Yeah, he only has 1. Where's the? Is it S? Is it?
I don't actually even see a factory. Where's the factory?
The factory is in the
main.
main.
I see it. I see it. Yeah.
The factory is in the main.
It's not constantly producing. It's not constantly producing either.
No, it's not. But he had as many as 10 tanks, and he lost them all. Workhorse is actually now like
7.
Bob has
Wow.
brought it back.
7 tanks for Bob. Yeah. No, you're right about that. Workhorse needs more tank production.
Yeah, he's got. Where's this one? There's 1 factory. Okay, I got both factories. So he's pumping out tanks. Whoa, holy cow! He shouldn't do this. What Bob needs to do is he needs to quit queuing up tanks. He's got 4 tanks up in each factory. This is the problem here. He needs to stop queuing those up. He needs to take that and make 2 additional factories, because with that sort of income, he can make 4 tanks at a time or 2 Thors. So he needs to reallocate these resources.
Meanwhile, Bob is at, or you know, Workhorse is at like 4,000 minerals and 3,000 gas banked up, which is insane.
What is with these guys?
Yeah, insane.
You guys
games.
are potatoes. Oh, this is not good. Workhorse has a terrain disadvantage, but he does have the vision, so he can see on the high ground. I mean, he throws a scan down, but then grabs the Zelnaga tower. And so Workhorse is trying to find a way out of here. He's going to be pinned if Bob... Oh, Bob's moving out of position. No, go back. You've got every advantage. You can crush Workhorse's army because he's got nothing but, like, chokes to go through. And unfortunately, Bob decides to go north.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Workhorse is going south, and it's going to be over with for this base. The planetary isn't finished yet.
There are several tanks here that have sieged up, so if Workhorse chooses to, you know, YOLO down the ramp, he's definitely going to lose a lot there. It looks like that base is taken out, like you said, and Bob is across the map and has a little bit of a potential to do damage here.
Yeah, he can line these siege tanks up, and that's what he's going to do. Oh, the turrets need to get away. They've got the range upgrade, I believe. Oh, no, they do not have the range upgrade, but he does siege the tanks, and he gets a couple of shots, but nothing really works. He grabs, like, 1 turret, 2 turrets. The rest of Workhorse's forces are kind of over here by the main... Or, I'm sorry, by the natural, but Bob now has made a comeback. I mean, he's got the ability to take this out.
Yeah.
Is this tank...
He used to move over there.
The tank is not in range of the command center. But he can do an elevator drop now safely on this base.
Well, there's still the planetary. It'll still do damage,
well,
but
what you can
looks
do,
like...
what you do around the planetary...
Bob's base is about to get taken out.
Oh no, this other base, this 5th base is going to die, but he wasn't really mining a ton anyway. He still has his 4th, which he really sends all of his workers to. However, he massively oversaturates it, 25 and 24.
Yeah.
He does grab... Oh, there. 2 tanks are able to do it with his scan, so he is doing some work on the planetary. The planetary is not being repaired, even though there are some SUVs that are out of range.
But Workhorse is cleaning up, like, Bob's units in his main.
Yeah, there's nothing left in Bob's main, and now Bob is at a deficit again.
Like, there's no reason for Bob to engage from that angle, to be honest. He can just go into the main of Workhorse and clean up everything.
I mean, the bunker goes down like paper. The one tank evaporates. He's got nothing to prevent these rookers from getting up here.
Base race, man.
Yeah, just go up there, do it. Siege that tank, Bob. I mean, oh, he walks the tank in there. The one tank that was unsieged dies.
It was rallied.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is now? Bob is now on the back foot. Again, he's now down 40 supply. You know, I mean, Bob is like, all right, fine, YOLO, we're going. I mean, and look at all these random command centers that he made, that the workhorse made.
They're gonna get taken out, yeah.
The one saving grace here is that if you look at this, workhorse still does not know about that random fourth base that's over there. It's a planetary. So all Bob needs to do is wreck the economy. And I seriously think that workhorse believes that this base here at the planetary.
Workhorse is gonna go home.
Oh no. Like, I mean, this is the
That's a bad
like
decision,
Bob, I mean, they didn't kill his production facility, so Bob can still make units, but he can wreck, and he has the opportunity to wreck all of Workhorse's production facilities, including his newly constructed factory that had a tank in it.
So how is Workhorse going to take this fight? Is he going to drop onto the tanks in the back?
His only option is to drop on the tanks, but with the marine production there, he's not going to really be able to do it. Now, if the tanks are spread out, then that works. But the tanks are so clustered together that he can't really maximize the damage for, you know, like the splash damage. But he's going to lose his natural. Not that it was really doing much.
I mean, he can lift it, but yeah, it looks like Bob is actually defending Workhorse's natural from him.
You know you're in a bad position when your opponent is defending your base.
Yeah.
Oh, he reseed is up, and he's going to take this fight. There's Marines now coming from both sides. I didn't see the collection of Marines there. And now Bob is actually in trouble. Oh, no. Is he going to pull this out by some miracle? No, no, no. He grabs the one Marauder, grabs his 5 medevacs, loses 1, 2 to the turret. He's going to lose a third of the turret, fourth of the turret. So Workhorse is actually... He's okay because he's got mass Marine production that he can make. And he's still got, what's this, 4 more barracks, and he's building 2 more command centers off here to the side in secret. Wow.
Looks like, yeah, he finally got the SCVs back to mining here. There's still a bunch of medevacs. Oh, one finally gets taken out there. But I don't know. I don't know who's in the lead here. Workhorse has the bank.
I'm going to have to go Workhorse. Workhorse has got the bank. He's got the units. If he were to take all of his units and push one location, he could probably take it. The planetary fortresses are a little difficult currently with this almost all Marine force. And there's 2 planetaries that he does have to take out. But, I mean, but the thing is that the one that's at his, not the stealth fourth, the one he took as a 5th, is weakened, not been repaired, and has 2 unsieged tanks. But this battle's going down in the middle, along with some random turret that's there. So Bob loses, again, all of his forces, and now this is a 60 supply deficit for Bob.
Yeah, not a good situation there, so definitely needs to make something happen. He has a lot of gas. I think he should really stop mining gas at these planetaries and just focus on minerals. Not the one that's oversaturated, I guess, but the other one. He's mining 6 people on gas. He has 3,000 gas, and he has no minerals. He needs to really, you know, mine a lot more minerals. Looks like Bob is gonna be caught.
Oh, there are 6 tanks here, and this is gonna wipe out this force. I mean, he does get really good tank shots on there at this orbital. He does try to bring what few units he has over, but it's not enough.
Up all of the tanks, yeah.
Yeah,
what going down.
I know. I figured out what he's doing. He's doing a Marine split versus the tank.
He must be splitting his Marines like crazy.
He is. What it is, he sends one group of Marines in to take the initial hit, and then he stims the rest in and splits them. And then so that they're not all like clumped up. And so now there's a planetary that's going to take some damage. The turrets are involved, lots of Marines. I mean, we've got how many barracks for this guy? I mean, we're looking at, what is it? Is it G? What is it? What is the, I don't know what the number of structures is, but this planetary is not going to live very long, even though it's being fully repaired. You know, the Marines are 3-3. They're coming out, you know, 12 at a time.
And Bob's going for a counterattack.
With what?
It's scanned and figured out, though.
I don't know. This is looking sketchy for Bob.
Very sketchy.
Yeah, see, he splits his Marine.
Yeah, I see the splits now. That's actually really nice.
That's really how he was able to take those fights with terrible upgrades.
GG, Sweetie Pie. Workhorse goes up 2-0.
Wow, and here I go. I'm going to disconnect from Battle.net again. I can feel it. Hold on. Wait, it didn't disconnect me. Holy potatoes.
Oh my god. I have to go bio break. I'll be right back.
All right, I will entertain everyone while I do this. So one of the things, and I'm going to go ahead and real quick here, just go to match history. We'll go over a quick analysis of the game here. So this is the most recent game. It was really back and forth. I mean, Bob he did make more workers, and he was supply capped less, and he spent his money. The problem is the way he spent his money was he'd queue up units. Like, each of his factories had 4 tanks. No, he needed, like, more Marines or more Marauders. And in this case, actually, probably just, more Marines. Maybe a couple of Stealth Banshees, since he didn't have any Ravens in his since Workhorse didn't have any Ravens in his composition. At the graphs, I mean, you can see that, 1 second here. Let me tell these people, so, I mean, you can see that the army values were pretty even the whole game. I mean, like Bob really did hang in there. I mean, he was kind of lagging behind, but when there was an engagement, you'll see that basically Workhorse took the brunt of it and ended up usually taking the losing end of any engagement. And then, then at this one point, Bob had the advantage, and he kept it even after the engagement, but he just couldn't hold on to it. And then he took several bad engagements where his army was spread out all over the map, and the good Marine splits helped quite a bit. As far as upgrade spending, Bob was always ahead the entire game. So he didn't really make use of his upgrades because he was trying to spend it and chokeholding his units. So that map, or game, was all in Bob's favor for that. They had the same amount of workers. Bob did lose some when he lost one of his bases, but he spiked back up again when he had that stealth planetary. But still, anyway, Pluto, are you back?
I'm back.
All right, so check this out real quick. Go look at that game and look at the upgrade spending and army value tabs. Something very interesting I noticed is that Bob had that match won effectively because he had superior upgrades the entire game. Compared to Workhorse. And in the army value, he took one really good engagement around the 1500 second mark where, like, he lost a lot of his stuff, but he recovered quicker than Workhorse. And I think that's what it was, is it was that group of units that was bombarding, like they were shooting over the minerals, and he didn't move that group of units in. And his money was insane. If you look at his, it's really deceiving, but on the performance tree, you see that his average unspent resources was 1,400 compared to 4,000 for Workhorse. But that's really bad. That's actually not accurate because we saw him queuing up 4 or 5 tanks in his factories and leaving them there. It's like, okay, those tanks take, 45 seconds to build.
Well, it's just a Workhorse mined more minerals.
Well, no, Workhorse had like a dozen racks with reactors on them. He spent his money on production facilities, not.
And he also just had insane. He had a really large bank, and that's what contributes to that.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the thing. Well, so Bob would have had a bank for higher tech units like seeker missiles would have been great, okay, because they could have taken out the tank lines of Workhorse. And you know what? But he didn't invest any gas in that. He shoved it all into tanks that he couldn't use. This map does not show as French to me.
Yeah, it's really weird. Why would the map show as French?
And isn't silver chloride like Asian? Or
yeah.
Indian? Yeah, so why would he even have a French version at all?
I don't know.
Whatever, man, Pluto. This is potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. At least we don't have a protatos, though, out here.
Can't get 3-0.
All right, so dash and terminal. The Reaper's going to come across the gold base, the gold bases. They're going to play patty cake and high five on their drug-fueled,
excursion.
Exactly. And then we're going to see some Marine tank action.
Yep. Meanwhile, let's go and introduce these players. In the bottom, the red Terran player, down 0-2, trying to bring it back. It is Bob. Bring it back, Bob.
B.O.B. Bring on Bob. In the other corner, we got the purple. We got Workhorse.
Girl, you do an extractor trick because you're 11 out of 10.
Dude, nice. Wish I was good like that.
That's hilarious. These guys are great. Girl, are you doing an extractor trick? Because you're 11 out of 10.
Oh, I'm not a ref.
Whoa.
I can't talk.
Whoa.
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 Is this proxy? Is this a proxy?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, DJ. Proxy. But that's like the world's shittiest place to put a proxy if he's going to put it there. He needs to put it back here at the third because I can ping safely.
Yeah.
Calling it.
Okay, this is actually not a bad location right here. Maybe
No,
a little
not.
bit farther back.
Yeah, he really should move it closer to the extractor just to keep it, because if he makes 2, then his Marine rally is gonna actually give this away. And if he builds a bunker here, then there's a very good chance he's gonna spot. So let's see.
Workhorse is gonna scout.
Here comes the scout. Here comes. Oh, is he going to? Turns right. Turns
Not
right. Turns right. No.
But he will get to his opponent's base and see nothing there, and that'll give it away.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you're the actual best scout. I'm sorry, the best location is actually behind the natural, where all that debris, that like weird, like I don't know, broken down ship with green barrels in it is.
Because it's so close.
Yeah, I mean it's insane. The thing is, it gets scouted super fast if you do it too often. So, yeah, he's gonna walk in here, and this is why I always put 3 depots down immediately, so that you can't get into the base to scout it. It makes it look suspicious, but you could think I'm doing banshees, and that's why I do it.
Well, you don't have enough money to do that if you're gonna do this build properly.
Yeah, no. The thing is, that's why you delay this. Briefly, so you don't go get
gas. No, I don't like that.
Reapers. No, that's the thing.
Like, even if it's scouted, it's still hard to deal with. Like, yes, he scouted this, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, the first Reaper is gonna get out, right? By the time he scouted this, it's gonna be still super hard to deal with. So now it just depends on your micro and not on the like the surprise of the build happening. So bunker goes down, but if the Reaper is actually going to be rallied into the main, that should not finish.
That's not gonna. He can kill the worker and kill the Marine and get out and go have a cigar and a bottle of cognac afterwards. And here comes.
Oh, but he's going to bring a lot of SCVs.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's going to kill one, kill it. But they're repairing the one SCV, so brilliant. So he needs to kill them. He actually needs to kill them. Cancels the bunker. Oh my God, that had to have been a mistake.
That had to be a mistake. It looks like that Marine is actually about to die.
What? Why didn't you kill the Marine, bro?
Yeah, this isn't. I don't know. I don't like the micro decisions out of Bob so far. No. But he does get a couple kills so far, or 1 kill, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the Marine is about to die though.
I mean, here comes the second Reaper, which will help. So I mean, you can 2 Reapers will easily take down this, and this is gonna. He needs to micro that one out so he keeps it alive. Yeah, good job, good job. However, Hellion though.
GTFO.
Yeah, you need to run now. You can take down Hellions with Reapers, but it's the same thing you need to do with Queens, where you need like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. And he's going to be repairing them, though, with SCVs, so that's going to make it a little bit harder. But wait until you're at full health. He's not waiting until he's at full health. He's like waiting until he's at, like, 75% health and then going up.
Well, I know. I think what it is he's just like, I need units. Let's keep the pressure. I know I'm cheesing. I have to keep the pressure up, you know? And
oh, my God.
He's expanding at his opponent's 3rd.
3 worker lead. Okay. Yeah, actually, Workhorse only has a 3 worker lead to his opponent, actually, so... But I mean, it still doesn't matter if it's a proxy. There's 2. They aren't mining. There's only 2 Hellions. There's a 3rd one about to pop, and as soon as the 3rd one pops, that's when you start to run into troubles.
Yeah, but what you can do with those 2 Hellions is he's gonna be focusing down. He needs to split his.
Yeah, he split his Hellions.
And he's not doing that. Now there's So what he really should do is send some of these Reapers the long way and come in by the gold base.
Yeah, come in by the gold base. Yeah.
I don't think he realizes that you can actually hop there, because on the map it shows destructible rocks, but they're not collapsed. They're collapsible rocks. They're not destructible rocks, which is different.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely get up into there. But he's expanding here, so, I mean, we'll see.
Terrible position. Terrible. You cannot go up this ramp, but like I said, he needs to go up the gold base. He needs to go up the gold base.
Okay, that's exactly what he's going to do now. Oh, what? That one Hellion actually being rallied over.
Oh, and you know what? Because he moved it, now he knows, because he saw the one Reaper rally this way. He's like, huh? Something's over there? Okay, no, man. Oh, and he throws the depot up to block it.
Yeah. Nice.
So now his window of opportunity has ended.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
What is he doing with these barracks? Where's this barracks landing? Where's this thing set to land?
Oh, they're just going back home.
No, the one is not going back home. The one is going into the main.
Yeah, this one is not. Looks like there's going to be a drop with a couple of Marines heading out right now. And, I don't know. Bob expanded across the map, but he has nothing. Oh, he has a couple of Marines at home to defend. He was building barracks at home. He has a tech lab with STEM on the way. One barracks is just scouting. This is actually hilarious.
I know. It's like, can you imagine if you're the pilot of the barracks? You're like, all right, guys, you're the slowest thing in the world. Go scout. They're like, what? Scout goes down. I'm sorry, turret takes, damages the... Oh, yeah, he finally gets the medevac, kills the entire drop. The drop does nada.
And the barracks got the full scout off.
Yeah. And he's kind of like, so now he's put, no, oh my god, he's got a manor barracks now. Oh my god.
I mean, that's not going to do anything, but...
No, but he is rallying a Marine.
This is bad.
The tank is actually in range of the barracks. So he can get the Marine out, and it's not going to do anything. Stim.
He's got to get out of there with the barracks. But the Reapers are still heading into the front, and there's 4 Hellions here. That's just going to roast that.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything. You need to, like you said, he lost his opportunity with the gold base thing because he didn't do that first. He kept going up into the wall instead of trying to send, like, 1 Reaper in a corner. Because you can actually get 1 Reaper up in this little tiny corner by the choke near the main. Like, he can hop up and then skirt around, which would have drawn the army away, and then you could have sent your army up the main ramp. Okay, so you want a frontal attack. That's how you do it. Or you go up the gold base, which he didn't do. And now he's in a pickle where, you know, his natural happens to be at his enemy's 3rd, and then his racks with a...
I just find it hilarious that he took that.
Yeah, so and now he's got a reactor...
The tech lab in the middle of the map, in the middle of the gold.
You know what? I'm not going to criticize what he's doing because this is just hysterical.
This is great.
Yeah. And you know what? With the Reapers, he can actually skirt around the rear of the natural here of Workhorse and get into the base now that the entire army is out here in front.
You're right. There's that alternate attack path. I just find it funny that he took the 3rd base of his opponent as his natural, and now he's taking he's building another command center as main, and I mean, that's gonna be also pretty funny. I don't know why he built the tech lab in the middle of the map when he really couldn't do anything with it.
I know, and here's the thing. So he still has no idea that base is there. Now, this is the oh shit moment for the pilot of the barracks. He's like, guys, we're under fire!
He's gonna land it.
Shoot! He's like, no, we can't shoot. We're a barracks. We make units. Like, well, then throw the bullets at them. Well, can't do that. No, George. I'm sorry.
Throw the bullets at them.
Yeah. So then, now, the army is moving out here. And he knows where the army is, and now the what is it the sensor tower?
They're even on workers now.
What? And then these 2 Reapers are way down here at the south. We're like in like no man's land. Be like, hey guys, it's like.
I think they should have taken the tower. I think that's what he wanted to do. One for each tower. There's 2 towers.
There's only 1 tower, 1 sensor tower.
No. There's two Zelnaga towers. He could have taken them with the Reapers instead of just leaving them at the bottom.
There's only 1 Zelnaga tower.
Huh?
There's only 1 Zelnaga tower.
No, there's 1 in the middle, and then there's 1 at the bottom.
Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I never noticed that one because I never get in my games. I never expand that far. I always die at this point right now.
Yeah, but you might as well take both because it does cover the attack paths in the middle of the map.
True. It covers everything but the air path along the top. And now he suddenly discovers that there's a base in his base because he tried to land there and he can't. So the turret is actually going to be attacking the command center, which is something you don't say very often. So
yeah, I mean, it looks like. Okay, with that kill of that base, I think Workhorse is in a massive lead.
Yeah.
He's probably like WTF, mate.
I know. And the other thing is, like I said, I've never said the phrase that turret is attacking a command center.
And the Vikings are gonna end up taking out the command center. There's so much empty space on this map.
I know.
Look at how much space there is.
Literally, you could hide, like you could make every. Okay, let's say you took every expansion on the map. And you put at least 1 of each production building at each expansion. You could lift every single one of those buildings and float them over here, and they would drift apart, and you still would never have...
You'd have the United States in there. Like, literally, there's so much space. You could do absolutely anything. Skate park. I don't know. Like, whatever you want.
I don't get why Bob makes Marauders. He makes Marauders?
Because Marauders OP, that's why.
Well, yeah. We all know Marauder be OP. Oh, I guess he's got a few in here. There's not a lot. There's 5. But he's taking these rocks out.
Yeah, the rocks have gone down. I don't know if Workhorse has noticed just yet, but the rocks are out. Scan to the front of the base.
He doesn't see it yet. I mean, it's at the threshold, but...
I love how Bob is just YOLO. Like...
He unsieges the tanks. I think he's going to try to push through here. And if he's going to do it, this is now the time. He can go ahead and drop in the main, bring the main army into this. Oh, and now it gets spotted. Guarantee you spotted. Right there it is. And now Workhorse knows what's going on. The stim, the run-in, however, the tanks are sieged, so he doesn't do it correctly. Once again, Bob takes a poor engagement, and he suffers for it. His entire army gets owned. The split on half the army goes ahead, micros around the splash of the tanks, and now this entire thing is gone.
Think we might see a GG out of Bob already. He's 50 supply down, 30 of which is army supply. Workhorse smells blood, is moving across the map. There's still this tech lab in the gold base for some reason. The 2 Reapers chilling at the bottom, and I don't know, man.
Hey, dude, what do you think of that geyser? I think there's 3 holes. Really? I only think there's 2. Do your drugs, you'll see the 3rd one. Okay, dude.
Do your drugs, you'll see the 3rd one.
But
yeah,
like, that's how it's like Cheech and Chong. So the worker moves out, and this worker actually should
give it away.
Yeah, so he sees it, but like, there's just no way this army is going to be able to deal with this other army. I mean, Bob has got...
He scans and sees the gold. Aww. Nothing's going right for Bob. Bob needs to cancel this this orbital and lift and bring it back home.
Cancel lift, faster. Now this is when you are one of the pilots of the command center. It's like, I'm in a command center. He's like, yeah, but planes shoot at you. Oh my God, not my. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, all the SCVs though.
No, there's only 2 of them. Oh, he lands the tank underneath the command center. What? This is the weirdest landing ever.
And Bob's army is just really out of position. He doesn't have enough medevacs to follow back in. And looks like Workhorse is going to clean up the rest of everything in the main for Bob. And Bob is just slowly bringing everything back, 2 lifts at a time. And this is just a very, very sad day.
Yeah, because he's got tanks on the low ground, tanks on the high ground, he's got marines on the low ground, marines on the high ground, medevacs on the high ground, medevacs on the low ground. I sound like an auctioneer, and this is unfortunately for Bob. Cannot withstand this.
Sold! Actually, Bob did a pretty nice job dropping on top of the tanks there.
I mean, he did. I mean, so we got the low ground tanks to kill the high ground tanks, but we still got the low ground tanks to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the high ground medevac.
And Workhorse still has incredible production foam. He's taking another base, which did actually get taken out by maybe the Reapers.
He almost got killed by a Reaper, but this thing's down to 46 health, and it was surprising that it got to that point. So actually, you know, Bob still has this floating command center down here by what should be his 3rd.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, the thing started up to the ram. He doesn't have enough Marines really to split and take care of it, so Workhorse is just like, meh, later.
And Bob has pulled all of his SCVs now. He's going to YOLO across the map. He needs to bring these 4 tanks in the middle of the map. Yep, he's going to bring those.
Oh, there he goes. He gets them. And what's weird is that just through sheer dumb luck, Workhorse is going to meet this in the middle of the field, and it's not going to go right. I mean, he might get the 2 tanks. You send the workers up, and they shoot each other, right? So there you go. YOLO.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, the poor engagement once again.
But all of the SCVs have been pulled. There's really not much mining.
Anywhere?
There's a few SCVs mining, but this is basically it. But this is the engagement that's going to end all engagements.
Oh, he left them behind. Run the workers. There's 2 Marines. They'll have to save you.
No. They're selfish about their own lives.
I know, and Workhorse does, like, you know, he keeps scanning exactly where he thinks the army is. He's seeing the full composition. And YOLO, right through the middle. Oh, no! The tanks are split. Wow,
actually, Bob's engagement is even better.
Actually takes out all of Workhorse's army. The entire army of Workhorse gets evaporated.
Wow.
But
I don't know how, but Bob is even on army supply.
Yeah.
Bob is ahead on army supply.
No, he's not.
Bob is actually 49 army supply to 44 of Workhorse. Somehow, some way.
I don't know, but there's actually nothing that Bob has that shoots upward. He has 3 Marines, 5 Marines. But this is that is a lot of tanks. Let's be honest. I mean, that is 8 tanks.
A lot of tanks.
And there's gonna be very little of it now, so he needs to move up, which he does. Where's this? Oh, there's 1 tank back there. What you really need to do is when you're doing that tank position like that, you don't want to speed up against the tank. You want to leave the tanks in and just put them up and get the tank. Non-sequel does decent DPS. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he did lose 3 tanks in that push, but he got the 1. There's 1 tank here on the high ground, and what he needs to do is he needs to lift 2 of these tanks up on the high ground to take care of that.
Or just drop Marines on it.
He doesn't have any.
Oh, he has a couple of Marines in this army. Bob?
Oh yeah, that's true. He has actually reinforced the but he's now seeing that there is a tank up there. He needs to be out of range. He finally does. Oh, he doesn't see just in time. He's seeing the reason to pick off one of them, but there's a chokehold with Workhorse's own building that Bob is taking advantage of. He starts moving. Oh wow!
Oh my god!
No way! No fucking way!
Oh my god!
What?
I don't know how Bob pulled that off, but pulling the boys somehow got the good engagement, man. Oh, I have seen everything.
Oh my god. I don't... Okay,
Oh.
Pluto.
I've seen everything,
Right,
man.
I'm going to the drafts here. I want to see what happened. Bob had an inferior army that entire game until the 1262nd mark.
I'm gonna highlight that entire game.
Okay, upgrade spending, Bob did have an advantage, but around the same time, Workhorse beat him in upgrades. In resource collection rate, for like the second half of the game, was inferior. Workers active, inferior. How do you win a game when you literally don't have shit?
I don't know, man, but I think that last engagement with the tanks and the SCVs just went in Bob's favor, and that's how he pulled it off.
Yeah, well, I guess part of the thing is that shows sort of that map's weakness. It goes to tell you what I was talking about. Okay, so remember how I said in the very first game when I was talking about Dash and Terminal and how it had those narrow chokes, and basically you just set up your tanks and anything coming through the chokes, you're screwed. Workhorse had 2 chokes at his natural, right, and a choke at his main with his own ramp. Bob set up his tanks right outside those chokes.
Yeah.
Workhorse could not get enough units in, even after his natural was destroyed, and he couldn't get a big enough. He couldn't split his Marines well enough to actually deal with those tanks. So, holy cow. So, okay, in the upper left-hand corner, pulling out some insane, crazy, miraculous, still not believed what I just saw win. It's the Red Terran. It is Bob.
And in the bottom, spawning in the pink.
Purple.
Winning 2 games in a row, losing the last one, needs to close it out in this best of 5. It is Workhorse.
Pluto. Come on. That map,
God.
Bob milked that map for everything he had. I'm gonna use a British word. I am gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked as much as you are.
I honestly
oh boy,
don't know.
Jabogle. Oh my god.
That is, I've never seen, like, that's a sort of...
Okay. I think I've finally wrapped my head around what just happened.
Okay.
And I'm going to go into this other one.
Spit it. What happened?
What happened was the SCVs tanked enough for the tanks to do the damage, right? And then after the tanks did the damage, he just didn't have enough tanks to beat the tanks of his opponent.
So what
I heard you like some tanks with your tanks, so I gave you some tanks with your tanks.
And I hear they're pretty tanky. Oh my god. So, what's funny is Midget says, or I'm sorry, Scarecrow in our chat says, didn't pull his workers against the tanks, he underestimated.
Yeah, definitely underestimated.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that he did have all of his workers. Like, he didn't lose a whole lot of workers when the siege came for his natural. But he also had these weird choke points. Like, he built like a starport and a barracks with add-ons, like right there at the choke that leads from his natural to his third. And he had a whole bunch of other production buildings there. And that's one of the reasons why Bridgehead and Dash and Terminal are terrible. You are forced to make all your production buildings in your main because it's the only place with enough stuff or space to do it.
Yeah.
Like here, look at this map. Main base, massive, right? Natural,
yeah, very big.
Tiny. Where are you going to build stuff other than by the time you get to this, what basically ends up being your third, and your third is half the size, or like 2/3 of the size of your natural. And then you can't build it at your fourth. You can't really build it anywhere else because it's too far away. So, like, these maps are literally Zerg built where you don't need to build buildings. Or something like Protoss where, like, you just build them in some far-off place and you use the warp mechanics to solve your problem as to where your buildings are located.
Well, I mean, Terran can build units anywhere they want.
Yeah, they can, but it's the reinforced part. Warp has the, like, you've got the,
It was Workhorse's pick for DT,
for
Dash and Terminal. Interesting. So this is going to be Bob's pick. So that means that
Workhorse.
I mean,
hold on. This is still game match for Bob. Like he needs 2 more.
Yeah, he needs 2 more. Bob is getting in here with the Reaper and not microing this SCV, so gets 1. Three Marines coming over, not going to be able to get a single shot off against that Reaper.
I'm really surprised that she's not turned into a win. That is epic.
Yeah, me too. The proxy command center. Jesus.
No, you know the best part is that literally everything with the barracks, it floats over. First of all, it pumps out. What is it? It's pulled triple duty. So it made Reapers for the cheese. It got a scout, and then it built another building, and then died. Like, that's not a combination of words or phrases I've ever had to say with my TVT ever.
Wait, what if Bob, instead of taking the 3rd base as his natural, had taken the 4th base as his natural? I think he would have been in a much better spot because I don't think that would have died.
Because he would never have spotted it because the 4th was never taken.
Well, it was taken, but it was taken a lot later.
Yeah, and the Reaper killed off the worker that was there initially.
Yeah.
And so and then when Workhorse sent the Marines over, like there was no SCV to finish constructing it, so they were guarding like a foundation, but nothing else. And actually,
so both
spots the Banshee.
Yeah, but he spotted the Banshee, and they're both going for the regular build. They're going for their Widomine drop along with Banshee play. And actually, the Widowmine drop and the Banshee actually go past each other. I don't know if he wants to do something about it. Decides not to.
Just dropped the Widowmine. It would have locked it on the Banshee and killed it in like 1 shot.
I don't think he had enough time for it, but he definitely has his Viking on the way and more Widowmines on the way in his main. I think he has a turret. I think he'll be fine.
Oh, and Workhorse has opted for, after the Banshee and noticing the other drop, he decides to go ahead and put a Raven out. Maybe, let's see, it can use the auto turret, so that will help. But it's not going to be enough. The Banshee is getting some work done here because all the detection is way out of here, but it's just taking pot shots. It's only working at like a couple of units here.
Well, the Vikings should be able to do something there. Oh, both Widowmines
great Widowmine. So far the loss that's coming here is actually on Workhorse's side. He's got so far the more units killed. He lost 6 workers in that attack.
7. He lost 7 workers there.
Well, no, the worker kill count at the end only says 6. Maybe that's only because it's not.
That's 7 for me, but 4 workers dead for Bob, and he didn't end up getting that Banshee, but he got it down to like 20 health.
Yeah, and the Banshee has 6 kills, but I don't think all those are workers. I think some of those might have been Marines. And so Workhorse is now transitioning into basically Marine tank play. Throws out an expansion, converts it to orbital command, I believe. Yes, and you know, we see something similar coming down. We see a slightly later expansion from Bob, but still these things are very similar. Another 2 racks thrown down. So these guys are still going with a very identical build. So 3 racks, 1 factory, 1 starport, and 1 command center. Sorry, 1 expansion.
Yeah, both players going for very, very similar builds. However, there is that Raven out for Workhorse, no Raven out for Bob. That's one key difference. He went up for 2 more barracks here. Same thing happening on the other side of the map. The stems timing is a little bit faster for Bob. It's about 50 seconds faster. So there is that timing to take into account as well as the combat shield timing also in favor of Bob. So if plus 1 armor too. So Bob is definitely getting his upgrades a lot faster. If he wants to do some sort of timing, I feel like if he did a big timing attack with his upgrades, I think he would be in a much better position than you know, leaving it out until where it gets even with everybody.
Okay. And the thing is that now, you know, you've got a lot of reactor units here. I mean, you've got 2 barracks with reactors. You've got a starport with a reactor. You have a single eBay upgrading, once again, +1 weapons. There is a drop coming with a Viking here to sort of take the brunt of it. So this drop over here has got a fighter escort. While Bob basically maximizes his natural here, he actually has better saturation on his natural than Workhorse does. So that might actually pan out to be, you know, to being a much better economy. Actually, no, I take that back. I think they're even on workers. They are even on workers, but
Bob is gonna boost him with his medevac here. There is a tank. Oh, he's just gonna drop a single medevac.
Oh, is it gonna hit some? What's the range of it? It's just outside of the range.
Maybe he's gonna bait it with something.
Yeah, he is. Oh no, the Raven came over and detected it.
Man, that would have been great if he baited it.
Hold on, where did the medevac go? Did the medevac get killed? Where's the medevac?
I have no idea where the medevac went.
Where the hell?
Yeah, I guess it did get killed.
So he lost everything in the medevac.
Yeah, he did lose a medevac, so yes.
Oh wow.
Unless he lost medevac before.
No.
With the Widowmine drop.
But because he had Marines in there also. But how did he lose the medevac? I was paying attention to the mine.
Blood Wraith is cheering for Workhorse, and Scarecrow's cheering for Bob.
Hey, by the way, screw you both. But you know what? You're both rooting for Terrans. And you guys are like Zerg players. Herp, derp, derp.
TVT has 100% T win rate. Isn't Terran OP?
I think Terran in this match has got a 100% win rate.
Yeah, so Terran's OP, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you can do 300 APM just doing 1A. I should know I can do that.
Not the Bob, never the Bob.
Never the Bob, not the Bob.
Never the Bob.
But the Builder.
But the Builder?
But
There's actually no turret here in the natural.
So by the way, there was a cast that I did with Zephyrus that was like, who was it? It was like, oh no, Captain, what was it? Oh, we had a guy that was in the tournament whose name was Captain Buttbeard.
Buttbeard?
Captain Buttbeard, and I'm like, wow, he doesn't move, does he?
Looks, wait, this is perfect time for the drop to head into the natural.
Yeah, but I don't think he's aware of it that it's hitting. I mean, cause
oh, he is gonna move. No, he just moved it a little bit.
Cool.
Oh, yes. Boosted it. Yes. Boosted in, Bob.
Boost right here, right here. Boost it. It's boosted, Bob. So right now he sees it. He senses it. Is there stim on these guys? There is stim. He stims. He's like, all right, command center, you're mine.
Might take out the natural.
And Workhorse is kind of like, well, screw this. I'm going up here. Wait, there's not a third? Oh, frack! I got nothing to kill. However, he's walking the tank range.
He has to take advantage of the fact that his army is half across.
Oh, and right there's the problem. 2 tanks, they can't get around. Caught in a tight choke again. These tanks are not taking any damage whatsoever. The natural of his goes down. Bob stims up the ramp over there, takes out some workers. In the meantime, Workhorse does manage to actually break this tank line through some miracle. And Bob is forced to retreat all his workers, but Bob is just like, screw this, I'm going into your main with my Marines. But not all of them are firing, and 4 of them aren't shooting. So this is going to turn into like some kind of crazy base trade.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Bob is definitely, I think, in the worst spot here because Workhorse has a much larger army supply. The problem is there's a tank in the main for Bob, and he's doing massive amounts of damage to these Marines of Workhorse.
And
at the same time,
he needs to actually like aim. He needs to actually move them around. So now Bob is doing his own damage, and the workers are pulled out. And there's a tank over here by Workhorse with Marines. And seriously, that Banshee, he's right. That Banshee has been destroying everything over here.
11, 12 kills. That is the Banshee that we need. 14. The massage Banshee.
Yes, the massage Banshee. 15. It's the captain.
Oh boy. Oh, gets the
17.
tank. 17.
He has lost it. Bob is almost out of workers. Like it's 11 to 18 workers. Not that that's a huge difference.
Workhorse defended at home.
Yeah, he did, and he's got tanks and Marines coming out, and he's got right now. Bob has whatever units are left in these medevacs, and that is it. The other command center is flying around, bleeding to death. He's gonna lose his factory or his starport here in a minute. The Banshee is going uncloaked because there's nothing for it to use. There's no. He'll be able to scan soon, but he's got no units he can shoot up.
Oh my God, Banshee's up to 20 kills.
Does it go higher than Captain? He's got 19 kills.
19 now. It's about to get 20.
Dominic's holding Commander. I've never seen a Banshee in Commander.
Wow. You need a double massage on that Banshee.
That thing needs more than a double massage. That thing needs a husband.
Put a ring on that.
Oh yeah, seriously. Oh, and you know what? Bob's units here get taken out. The medevac dies. Dead orbital. Dead orbital.
Yeah, the orbital that's floating out is dead. The orbital in the main is dead. GG, congrats on the win. Workhorse.
Wow.
Oh
Dude,
my God.
You realize it is what time it is?
Game time.
Oh no, it's not game time.
What time is it?
What is this? It is nearly 1 a.m. here.
It's 1:35 for me.
Well, yeah, you're on East Coast time. I'm Central. So, wow.
Boy,
so that was a best of 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
3-1. Workhorse, congratulations,
That
man.
was insane.
Crazy games today. That was a lot of fun, though.
Oh, that was brutal.
That was beautiful, though.
I mean, no, it
brutal,
was
but
awesome.
beautiful.
I mean, Bob's win was like amazing. The one game he took off a Workhorse.
Yeah, that was the greatest game. You know, today was just like, it hurt, but you wanted more.
I know. Like, it struggled. And there was times where you and I were just bullshitting about just anything because there was nothing going on for like 17 minutes.
Like, yeah, basically like the majority of the game where both players are like, I'm going to sit in my base, I'm going to do all the things that I'm supposed to do, and literally never move out until it's 70 minutes into the game. So,
yeah.
Took a while there, but beautiful games.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know what? Let's do our shout-outs, and then let's both go to bed because I'm exhausted.
All right. Thank you guys for watching today. My name is SC2 Pluto.
How can they find you?
Well, you can go to twitch.tv/SC2Pluto or Twitter at SC2_Pluto, or on YouTube if you just Google SC2Pluto. Or YouTube SC2 Pluto. I think actually it's YouTube/SC2 Pluto. I think that's what it is now.
You know what it is though? Is that I'm jealous of your partner status with YouTube to get your username because I don't have one. I have a YouTube channel, but it doesn't. It's got a crazy ass URL, so you'll never remember it. But you can find me on Twitter at DJ Spectre TV, and you can find me on twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. I guess, claim to fame, my thing is I do a Thirsty Thursday stream, so tomorrow you will find me online getting drunk, playing StarCraft, and some other video games, interacting with viewers as I allow them to suggest what I'm supposed to drink under certain criteria. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so I hope you guys will come out. Make sure you follow both Pluto and I